and welcome to a special episode of Cosplay Sweets. Today, I'm cosplaying Rin Tohsaka from Fate's Day Night, one of my oldest cosplays. I think this was actually like the third cosplay I ever did. I digress. Today we'll be remaking red velvet cupcakes for the special people in your life. They might not actually be special, but you know, if you feel obligated to give someone cupcakes because they cook for you all the time, it might be appropriate, so let's get started. For our first step, we're going to be sifting together 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, the unsweetened kind, 2.5 cups of flour. Archer was supposed to do the dishes. What good is there being a servant if he doesn't even do the dishes beforehand? So once your dishes are actually clean, you're going to want 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And then you're going to want 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So then you're going to want to sift all those ingredients together. This can take a while. Let's see how impatient I get before I decide to just dump it all in. There we go. Okay, it was worth it not to just dump it all in. Story of my life. Even mages have to check the instructions every once in a while. Once you have your flour mixture sifted together, you're going to go ahead and set that aside, and then we're going to mix the wet ingredients. So to start with, you're going to want to put in 2.5 sticks, or 1.25 cups of butter. Should have just had Archer do this. Next, you're going to want 2 cups of sugar. Alright, now you're going to want to mix that with an electric mixer and beat for about 2 minutes. I'm good at that. I mean, I don't actually wear glasses. Then, you're going to want to add 4 eggs and then beat them in one at a time. Then, you're going to want to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This would be so much easier with magic. You have 1 more wet ingredient, and that is 1 cup of sour cream. Next, you're going to want to take your 2 bowls, and you're going to add the flour mixture into your liquid mixture, but alternating it with a 1/2 cup of milk. So pouring in a little bit of the flour, and then pouring in a little bit of milk, and so forth. If it starts looking like it's like making a lot of mixture, that's because it is. This recipe makes about 30 cupcakes, so it's really good if you're planning on taking it to like a meeting of the mages or a Valentine's Day party, you know, whichever. Ow! Physical labor is not for me. Haha! Now you're supposed to add the red food coloring. So the recipe says to add 1 ounce, which I have no idea how much an ounce is out of this little vial, so I'm just going to keep adding red until it looks red. By the way, the recipe specifically said to use liquid food coloring and not gel. Blood sacrifice! Magic! So it's pretty much going to take this entire vial in order to make this batter anything close to red. So if you borrowed, oh, yep, that's it. If you borrowed your food coloring like I did, make sure to get your friend a replacement one. You know, go sacrifice some bloods or something. I'm sorry! Alright. Boom! Once your mixture is all mixed together, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350. And then you're going to want to fill each of your muffin tins 2/3 of the way full. Like I said, this recipe makes about 30 cupcakes, and I only have 1 pan, so this is going to be a lot of baking here. Quick note, it might just be that I haven't made cupcakes by scratch ever before, but this was like the softest cupcake batter I have ever experienced in my life. Like way softer than any of like the box cupcake mixes. So I'm really interested in seeing how that translates to like the texture of the cupcake. So hopefully they turn out good. So once you have your pan all prepared, you're going to want to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 17 to 22 minutes. So let's kind of go somewhere in between. Let's do 20 minutes. and see how it looks at that time. These are the flattest cupcakes I have ever made. I'm so used to them like bubbling up and doming. That's amazing! Guys, cooking is magic! That being said, these aren't as red as I would like. I mean, they're kind of red, but they mostly just look chocolatey. Oh well. So you're going to want those to cool down for a bit, and while that's cooling, let's go ahead and make some cream cheese frosting. For the cream cheese frosting, you're going to want to take 1 package of 8 ounces of cream cheese that has been softened, and then half a cup, so 1 stick of butter. Go ahead and mix that until it's nice and creamy. Then you're going to take 2 teaspoons of vanilla. For this part, I'm just going to add a little bit extra, so I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon. That's about 2.5 teaspoons. Next, you're going to want to add 3 to 4.5 cups of powdered sugar, depending on how thick you like your frosting. I'm just going to start with basically whatever is left of my stash, and hope that that is enough. That's scientific measurement. I have no idea how much is in there right now. Roughly about 3 cups. I could just eat this all day. Alright, once you got your frosting of a good consistency, then you're gonna try to attempt to get it into a piping bag so we can attempt to make this frosting look really good. A neat trick to do that is to, before cutting open your pastry bag, is to place it into a tall glass and then use that to stuff your cream cheese into. A lady must never have her hands dirty. Alright, once you have that filled, ideally you won't have it all over the top here, but I'm bad at aiming. So you're just going to want to cut open the bottom and hold tight, and then you'll want to squeeze. Wait. Where's this going? And they're done! Time to taste test them to make sure they're not poisonous. Look at these cute little... They're teacup shaped! They're teacup shaped! I shall have my cupcake like a lady. Although I suppose if I really wanted to kill Emmy, I could have poisoned them. Pro tip! Make sure to give all the bad ones to the person you do like so that they don't get the wrong idea and think that you actually do like them. That would be a terrible idea. Alright guys, that's it for today, and thank you all for watching! It's not like I wanted to give these cupcakes to you for Valentine's Day or anything. I just have to make like 30 of them. I command you to do the dishes.
No!